Huh? Oh. Hah?
Yang bang, yang Tanaka, welcome. Selamat datang di stream.
Oh. Huh? Oh.
Hmm.
Let's add more memories to our.
Kabarmu gimana bang? Sehat? Sehat, alhamdulillah. Gimana dengan ente Tanaka?
Let's add more memories to our album.
Langsung lepas 10. Hmm. Hmm. Bagus lah langsung takut kalau gitu. Bentar ya. Ya, ya, Pi. Aku udah buka loh padahal 5 bulan. Kan? Ya. Kita itu Mac. Apa ini? Makan bang, selamat makan. Kak. Jelek. Hmm. Selamat siang KL, udah nonton ya? Iya Pi, aman-aman. Aku juga nih sambil nontonin kamu kok. Nyamuk itu motor loh. Kata nanti. Ah, nah, hmm, hmm, hmm. Lah, pak. Begini kan lagi. Hmm, Nah, ini baru nih. Hmm, Gak ada airnya dong. Ah, ayan buat sementara di semoga dapat yang lebih bagus. Ah, sudah begini. Kayaknya pertemuannya kayak gini.
Stress points mapped.
Hold still. Memories take shape.
Heat the sun. Flicker into form. Nothingness. Deconstructed. This ends here. Connection severed.
Scattered memories take shape. I inscribe every instant.
You can trust me. Take your final dive into Naraka. Be gone. Fading gloom. Raining moon. You've prepared for this, have you not? Roam above the inferno, gazing at the snow.
Look at the cat. Memories take shape.
Heed the sun.
Flicker and come. Meet your end. Cutting through the numbers.
Illusions of the past. Step forward. I protect all that I have. Smile. Memories
Lifeline.
take
Block.
shape.
Oh, nangis. Nyoba dulu, nyoba apanya gimana?
Heed the sun.
Flicker into form.
Memories take shape.
Dismantle. Excise in a breath. A pivotal moment. Structural collapse. Break apart.
Mediocre foes. Dismissed. I witness every edge.
Heed the sun. Let there be snow. Drift with snow. Worry not for me.
Ayat.
Be cautious. Stand back. Little snow. Fading gloom. You've prepared for this, have you not? May the sakura incinerate. Burn this self away.
Blink. Structural integrity intact. Carry on.
Kali itu
Heed the sun.
Memories take shape.
Flicker into form. To pieces.
Smile.
Nothingness. Deconstructed. This ends here. Connection severed.
Illusions of the past. Step forward. I protect all that I have.
You can trust me. Too late to escape. A life as fleeting as the first snow. Little snow, fading gloom, evanescent morning dew. Vanish. Roam above the inferno, gazing at the snow.
I have been flicker into form.
Six. Memories take shape.
Dead center blocked. Come. Meet your end. Break apart.
Scattered memories take shape. I witness. I inscribe. I protect. Memories take shape. Every instant.
Heed the sound. Take your final dive into Naraka. Drift with snowflakes. Brittle snow, fading blue. You've prepared for this, have you not? For all wishes spoken, this vessel I offer.
Wah, kita kurang ini.
To pieces!
Memories take shape.
Flicker into form.
Nocha, heed the sound.
A pivotal moment. Structural collapse. Cutting through the number.
Mediocre foes. Dismissed. I witness. Every edge. Gotcha. Look at the camera.
You can trust me.
Kuat. Selamat pagi kalau hehehe baru bangun tidur aku baru bangun Jopa kenapa kemarin berdatang kah? Jopa lagi di mana itu? Aku masih pagi sekarang. Jopa lagi di Eropa kah? Welcome Jopa. Selamat datang di stream.
Heed the sound.
Dead center locked. Breakpoint locked.
Memories take
Flicker into form. Nothingness. Deconstructed. Break apart.
illusions of the past. Step forward. That was naughty. I inscribe every instant.
Too late to escape. Take your final dive into Naraka. Drift with snowflakes. Brittle snow, fading blue. You've prepared for this, have you not? May the Sakura incinerate. Burn this self away.
Flicker into form.
Memories take shape.
No heed the sound.
Hold still.
Come. Meet your end.
Makan dulu lapar. Oke, Jopa. Makan Jopa.
Structural collapse. The cut's not deep.
Jatuh.
Cutting through the numbers.
Mediocre foes. Dismissed. Memories take shape. All that I have.
You can trust me. Heed the sound. A life as fleeting as the first snow. It's been so long. Brittle snow, fading blue. Follow my moves if you can. For all wishes spoken, this vessel I offer.
Sakit, oi.
Gosh, memories
Gas boy flicker into form. To pieces. Dismantle.
Heed the song.
A pivotal moment. This ends here. Connection severed.
Scattered memories. Take shape. I witness. I protect. Every edge.
You should have run. Let there be snow. Heed the song. Because fading green, evanescent morning dew. Vanish. Roam above the inferno, gazing at the snow.
Kuat. Lah, kayu tempe biung ini di bagian tersulit kuat. Nong semua, dah. Bedanya cuma sinaktor sih. Waktunya ngejain mau pasangan aja.
Why are you such a slave to the man?
Masih saya tetap nonton ya, mau rebahan dulu, capek duduk. Oke Pi, santai-santai,
Oh.
aman-aman.
This gadget has seen some
Oh
upgrades.
iya Pi, aku udah dapat 3 WC nih. Tuh kamu itu tuh
I don't see anyone.
duluan, aku baca ini
Are
dapat
they
nih.
still on their way?
Oh, hold on. Dr. Luke says the auditor insisted on driving his own motorbike. That means they're on the second floor. Come on.
Jangan lupa makan, kalau kasih lupa udah ingetin aman kok.
What's all this?
Mau minum air satu taran. Kembung-kembung tuh Pak.
Professor, we heard a very important visitor is coming to tour the academy. Don't worry, we'll make a good impression.
Yep, we even
The train for Star Torch Academy.
Tuh, ininya bangetan.
And the Frostlands will be departing soon. All passengers, please take your seats and fasten.
Ya aku ini bingung ini dari oh, gelap ya. Kayaknya harus mulai. Lanjut lupa. Agak gelap kan?
Someone want to tell me what's happening?
Nah itu udah.
You didn't know, Rover? Everyone's saying the board is looking to shut down
Lanjut,
Rebel
lupa.
College.
No, not the college, just the Synchronists. A professor covering our Royan history class told us the Space Trek Collective wants them out of the academy.
Yeah, well, the rumor mill says Rebel eats up 2/3 of the academy's budget. And the collective's investors have strong opinions about that. I say investors, but it's mostly new Federation
Selesai
money.
makan bersama Tiska.
Can't say I'm surprised they're
Alhamdulillah.
pulling this kind of
Boleh
stunt.
kalau begitu Tanaka.
What about you, Chisa? What have you heard?
Me? Actually, I don't know the specifics of what's happening. I just wanted to
Minumannya
help.
gemuknya aku bingung.
So it's all just hearsay for now.
Probably. I mean, they were literally picked just to pilot the Exostrider.
But Synchronists are all such brilliant students. Even if they can't pilot
Ini
anymore,
sekali lagi
they
ya.
still...
Yang ini yang lanjutan itu
The new Fed only
lanjutan
cares as long as you're an asset.
ke
The second you're
Quento
not, you're
yang
out.
udah beres story
There
World Cup.
must be more to it than that. The president and I are on it. You guys should head back for now.
Well, give me a shout if you need backup. There's no way I'm letting them do the Synchronists dirty like this.
Tidak apa-apa.
We're counting on you, Senior. We trust you.
Enak liatnya cuy. Tuh. Agak ngaruh. Cukup harusnya ya.
In addition to augmented resonance training, we place strong emphasis on general education for our synchronists. This is Professor Mornier, who teaches synth armament studies. Shall we sit in for a bit, Mr. Alto, before we tour the student projects?
Saya lihat barusan setupnya biru, anak
If it's no trouble.
Mas Destaya. Ya, Vi. Temanya Sarita. Lebih bagus kayak gitu.
All right. In the last lecture, we
Masuk
proved
ke
that the
edit.
rule equation holds true for Type 2 synth armaments. Today, we'll move on to their
Oke.
tuning stability
Ada sekelas
constants.
scroll ya, Vi ya.
Li Shin, could you please write the final derivation from the last
Oh,
lecture
Wi.
on the board?
Yang itu tuh yang apa ya? Kabel ke
Yes.
motherboard sama ke PGA kelihatan nggak? Yang kelak-kelak dulu. Sampainya bagus kan?
While she gets started, let's do a quick review. Waleo, what is the standard medium used to measure tuning stability in a lab setting?
It's so... Hmm.
Yes, sodium. An interesting choice, though its volatility makes it impractical for standard testing. Sonia, could you tell me the standard medium for determining tuning stability in synth armaments under laboratory conditions?
Squeezy jelly.
Squeezy
Setelah
jelly, you say?
hati-hati dong Yuka, makanya jangan
Well,
buru-buru.
it seems we moved through the
Isi
material
lagi
a
tuh.
bit too quickly last time. But that's all right. Everyone, please refocus. Let's go over Li Xian's board work.
As you can see, Mr. Alto, this is our signature sleep learning program.
Oh, very impressive.
Tanggung.
How about we move on to the next stop?
After you.
Apa-apa pasti ada yang ngomongin Yuka, makanya kesel. Ya enggak, itu kamu gak hati-hati, makanya Yuka bukan ada yang ngomongin.
Now we're about to show you some augmented resonance projects developed by our synchronists. Among them, the unmanned vehicle prototype shows exceptional promise across multiple market sectors.
Absent students, 8. Data uploaded to cloud storage.
Ketemu maju
These
apa gitu.
children
Tahayu.
seem to have forgotten the
Kamu itu
importance
gak
of
hati-hati,
honoring their
makanya
commitments.
Pak.
What's the deal?
It looks like the students all skipped class.
Yeah, maybe we're just too early, President Lucila. Why don't we take a stroll elsewhere? I'm actually quite curious about the Academy's catering system.
Apaan?
My apologies, Mr. Alto. How fortunate we are to have you here, despite our apparent lack of preparation. There's no point denying it. You're seeing firsthand how the ongoing debate within the Space Trek Collective has begun to affect our students. Star Torch needs support now more than ever.
Sama Lucila. Kalau kata siapa gak kuenco ini. Oh, kata siapa? Saya.
Dragging the Black Shores into this might make things difficult for Shorekeeper. Let's just observe for now.
I understand, President. And this is precisely why I'm here to convey the...
Mr. Alto, how about we add an extra tour this evening? We can discuss anything you'd like after that.
Works for me.
Rover, I'll take Mr. Alto for a meal then. Would you mind checking back in with Professor Mornier for me?
See you on Waves Line.
Pasti banyak karbit klaim. klaim. My mini gue MBG.
Oh, this gadget has seen some upgrades.
Sama ibu masuk guru.
Why didn't you wake them up?
Oh, jadi
This
ini story
class
yang
is
digadang
difficult to
bagi
follow,
bangsa
so
Pak.
it's normal for some to drift
Siang
off.
siang
Still,
putih
it's
sama
rare for
datang
the
istri.
entire class to go like that. If
Telat
only I
ngerjain
could make my lectures
ngerjain
more
storynya.
accessible.
This isn't your fault.
It's like metal fatigue. These students are being tempered and pushed to their limits over and over. Eventually, the metal just snaps. Should I have woken them? Reprimanded them? Or offered them assurance? I've heard about the pressure they've been under lately. Maybe the best thing is a few days away from all this. Thank you, mentor.
Eh. Singkat padat dan menyebalkan. Bentar, oke yuk Pak.
Attention all Academy students and staff.
We've got the mind-bending herder.
You have my deepest respect. Working in this food desert takes a special kind of fortitude. I couldn't convince her. She hit me with, "I'm too grown up for school now." But that's fine. I asked President Lucila to give me some grown-up worksheets. See how she likes those? Huh?
Nato dengan bagian konyolnya.
To put it
Ya
simply,
tanggung.
the extra
CMC-nya
strategy is
itu.
gone. So, the synchronous
Simple
program needs to
jawabnya.
go. Problem is, everyone has a different idea of what to do with those students. And by everyone, I mean President Lucila versus everyone else. Anyway, the new federation and the majority of the board want to pull the plug immediately and draft a new teaching plan from scratch. Meanwhile, the executive committee moderates have promised to stay out of it, as long as their nation's synchronists are covered, with either guaranteed support back home or a smooth transfer somewhere else.
Where does Lucila stand?
She wants to continue the synchronous program.
Continue?
Itu yang di chat di atas tuh yang
Yep.
ya, atas
Confusing,
tes
isn't it?
Aya.
Speaking
Udah
of
ribet
which,
namanya ya.
how well do you know her, Rover? Huh. So you're not so sure either, huh? I'll be honest with you, Rover. The Black Shores doesn't trust her right now. Between her proposal, her deep new Fed connections, and that evasive attitude, There are just too many uncertainties for us to take on the risk of helping her.
Apa suaranya?
At least,
Oke, kecil.
that's the
Suara apa
conclusion
itu?
we've reached
Suara
based on the facts we have
aku
so
atau suara
far.
gamenya?
But the Bloom Bearers who graduated from Star Torch heard about this and stepped up to endorse Lucilla. That's what changed
Suara
Shorekeeper's
apa?
mind.
Oke, suara aku ya.
A
Cuman ini
teacher
udah
who
jelas
gets
belum
that kind
segini?
of trust from her students. That's pretty impressive.
Tadi aku simpan mic-nya agak jauhan
So,
soalnya.
what do you need from me?
Actually, according to Shorekeeper, you are the one really running this audit. So, we need you, acting as both a Star Torch student and a Black Shores auditor, to tell us if Lucilla is solid and what she's really planning.
I want to do something for the Synchronists, but I've also got my responsibility to the Black Shores. I don't think Lucilla would put her students in harm's way. But still.
Suara abangnya mungkin Mip. Sekarang udah masih itu gak belum?
I'll do what I
Ini
can to
aku
help you.
deketin nih mic-nya ini.
I should be the one
Harusnya udah
saying
enggak.
that to you.
Harusnya sih.
Anyway,
Udah
we
lihat?
need a plan for
Lihat
how.
apa tuh Pak?
Great, another grand
Nah.
plan. Why'd you gotta make everything so complicated?
Aduh.
Oh, what the?
Hello, Mr. Alto. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to invest in the Exostrator project. I suggest the Black Shores chips in this much. Or you
Gagak
can just
kepala.
patch me through to the collective board. I'd be happy to handle the negotiations myself.
Is this Imeth? I can't believe she just hacked a Black Shores terminal.
I am being serious. If synchronous degrees get cancelled, my record will say I only finished Roya preschool.
Aman lah, syukurlah. Full biru. Oh, berarti ya kan
Besides,
tadi
keeping
sudah
about
ya.
college around
Itu
isn't
lupa
that hard.
full biru.
Get creative. Talk to Chase.
Namanya itu
Talk to
Sarita.
Shorekeeper. The collective's investors can't be tougher to handle than
Menggantungkan
LF1,
foto
right?
tiba-tiba banget. Bahasa Inggrisnya itu
So what if they
Ini
don't
si
care about
dokter
your
nih,
contributions?
si putri kita.
If they actually
MC.
want you on their side,
Ada
they'll
lagi
have to listen
sahabat
anyway.
yang Mas Harga di
That's how
postingan.
leverage works.
Kalau aku belum ngecek lagi sih. Ntar aku cek lah di HP lah. CMC juga heranin.
If we lean on that kind of leverage now, we'll be held to it later. My experience has shown me that it's often better to act as an individual. Since you're planning on the savior career
Iya,
path,
karena orangnya
I
kabur
think
mulu.
you'll understand what I mean, Imeth.
Makes sense. Kinda old school thinking, though.
I need to figure out what Lucilla is really thinking. Then I'll play it by ear. If I want them to protect the Synchronists when I can't, I've got to work inside their system. That's just how this game works. Trust me and Lucilla. We'll find the right way to handle this.
Ha! All right then. But just so you know, if my school record disappears, I'm renaming the Space Trek Collective to the Imeth Collective.
Ngambek ya.
Honestly, if we let Imeth loose on them, it might actually take some pressure off Lucilla.
Ngambek nih.
But like she said, she's a
Ini
Synchronist
kalau
too.
Engkol ikut Alta
That
di
just
sini
makes her
kayak
one more
kecilan
person
dulu.
Lucilla has to protect.
Basecamnya hilang, iya. Sengaja aku mati barusan.
Fair enough. But I'm afraid we have less time than we thought. I spotted some new Fed spies back at the station. Lost them on the motorbike. But it won't be long before they track us here.
Bentar, ada cipiring. Oke, Jopa.
Before Lucila's
Aman-aman.
next tour begins, let's poke around, see what we can find.
Warnanya kabur mulu ya. Entah dari gamenya terhari gimana nih. Blok mati ininya. Tetap aja kabur. Tuh ada hijau-hijaunya. Ini dari gamenya mungkinnya. Sudah. Kayak cewek PMS. Begitulah cewek makhluk yang sangat komplikasi. Ini kemana lagi? Bentar, ngambil dulu HP. Yuk, balik lagi yuk.
Go and bother the other group first.
Students run flea markets on campus? I'm starting to get the hype. Wait, isn't that the student who dozed off in class earlier? Come on, let's go over.
Ini tanya dulu ya. Bang, Benar berapa hari lagi ya?
If
Benarnya
we
apa benar
follow
Rusila kah?
this method, the convergence radius for this series is obviously...
Yes, I'm following.
I'm terrible at explaining this, aren't I?
No, I'm just slow. I'll focus harder.
Mending maca.
No, you paid me to tutor you, and I'll make sure you get your money's
Lupa
worth.
iseng coba kopi, nyamas.
Here, but
Dari
I'll write
kasih
down a
gula
third way
padahal
to solve
masih
it.
pahit aja. Mending maca.
Watch how it goes, okay?
Gulanya kurang berarti lupa.
Okay.
So that's why she was drowsy in class. She's been staying up late tutoring other students.
Kita lihat mana sisa bannernya berapa hari lagi. 6 hari 20 jam, seminggu lagi. Bannernya semingguan lagi. Ini juga sama semingguan lagi berarti ya. Banyakan gua nanti diabetes.
You're
Apalah
telling me
Jova,
you
asal jangan
modify
dikasih garam lagi
every
aja.
bike here? That's insane.
Well, Waleo's been in the Expedition motorbike program since day one. These bikes here are basically his family.
Oh, makasih infonya aman. Aman foto saya.
Soulmates.
So, what do you say, Auditor Alto? How about you order 10 as a starter pack?
10 soulmates sold in a pack.
Kalau ngasih ingat aja tragedi itu.
I heard
Kamu
you
jayanya
test drove
kaki-kaki
the
ya
Academy
sih
stock model this morning. With the rain the last 2 days, probably felt a little slip on the turns, yeah? Try this one. I tweaked the ABS and TCS myself. You could take this straight to a pro race. No problem.
No wonder you were
Misalnya
sleeping in
belum pulang
class.
tapi udah hampir habis.
Up all night in the garage?
Udah berat titik berapa itu?
No, the bikes have been ready for weeks. Last night I was just saying goodbye to them.
Oh, well that's depressing. I'd feel bad buying them now.
Itu nyebur kayak air terjun. Aduh, Jova. Udah kapok kena jita kemarin. Jovanya nakal berarti itu.
Never!
Please don't fight, you two. Maybe I'll just check out the other stalls.
Don't go, Chisa. You've got a real eye for quality. This piece was meant for you.
No, it isn't. She's just a prep student. She doesn't know anything about quality.
Excuse me? The audacity! Just begging for a smack, aren't you?
Kemarin Kara dapat
Sorry,
sekarang
I'm
baru
not
titik
familiar
keempat.
with the mechanics, but I can see that this device's internal structure is
Udah
finely
ekspor belum?
crafted. From the external casing down to the
Sama
internal
ngejadiin
wiring, the structure and
format,
circuitry are
ngejadiin sama
meticulously designed.
ya nanti tetap
Someone
bisa kerja
put their heart into this.
hitung sama keseknya mah.
It's the best thing you'll find in the market, isn't it?
Yes, the best.
Thank you. That means more to me than you know. Honestly, if we weren't fundraising today, I'd just give it to you. But tell you what, I'll give you 20% off.
No! 6 years, Li Xian! 6 years of your life! Just to sell it for nothing?
Habis, Bang.
For
Maaf,
nothing?
kering.
I'll tell you what nothing is, little brother.
Kalau gitu mengandalkan itu aja, ngandelin
It's having
keberuntungan aja.
nothing to show
Kalau
for
nggak
the
beruntung
past
ya
and
paling
nothing waiting in the future.
lain kali.
That's nothing. Look around, Li Heng. We are synchronists. Synchronists who had the most resources but never became the chosen one for the Exo Strider. We've achieved nothing. But if we drop our stupid pride and try to support the students coming up behind us, then we can still be worth something.
You want to support them, sure. But who's gonna support you?
Me. I will support you.
When
Nothing to
so-
show? I refuse to let
capsek nih, ibu
anyone write
capsek.
your epitaph before your work's even been seen. Nothing waiting? You all have me. I, Lucilla, president of Star Torch Academy, will always stand with you. Even if the whole world turns its back. Even if I have to do it alone. Oh, and by the way, we just landed a very generous sponsor. The new research fund will arrive tomorrow.
That means...
That means pack up this stall. Unless you want to sell your hard work at a loss.
President for the win!
Chief Alto, it was you, wasn't it? You're the sponsor.
Huh? Oh, well...
Thank you, Chief Alto. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best.
Impudent
Tadi sih
little
jadi murid
hamster.
ini
Really? Using a
sejak
crisis to
hilang,
haggle me down to
duit-duit jadi hilang
wholesale.
arah.
Just had a bit of a tiff with a rather difficult
Terus
partner.
mereka itu belajar apa di sekolah ini nih? Di kampus ini.
She closed a deal in a single afternoon? That must have been a hard bargain.
I appreciate it, but if a teacher needs her students to worry about her, she's already failed. Let's just keep it between us.
Nah itu lagi jadi pembahasan menurut dia sama yang lain.
Sorry, Professor. We were out of line.
Out of line? For defending your work? That's not something to apologize for. You're braver than I ever was. Listen to me, Li Xin. This pioneering spirit of yours, in all of you, it deserves to be seen by more people. Don't ever let go of it.
I won't.
Oh, and maybe go a little easier on your brother. He's running out of brain cells to lose.
Professor, there's something I should tell you.
About Lenny and the others skipping class? Don't worry. I've already been briefed on their whereabouts. So, Mr. Alto, shall we move on to the evening's special viewing?
Whoa. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh ini. Jauh kan ya?
We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric traffic.
Jujur pengen seblak beli jo pak.
So they turned the reading room into a workshop.
Pengen aku yang beliin. Kamu kesini ke Bandung jo pak.
Kids
Nanti
know
aku
how to
beliin.
hustle. Lenny, You broke our little promise. I'm heartbroken, you know.
I promised to show off the Synchronists Club projects.
Lucu banget
You
tadi,
really
kiranya
think
si
that
Alto
scrap
yang
you
bantu
wanted me to
akademi.
parade around was gonna win over a
Malah
single
ada yang cuma
investor?
ngecek doang ya.
This is what a win looks like. All-terrain, self-propelled artillery. AI-driven multimodal autonomous defense system? Best part is, full augmented resonance effect control. Means zero electromagnetic interference. You could drop this thing in the middle of the etheric sea, and as long as I'm still breathing, I'm still piloting. Auditor!
Jauh-jauh ke Bandung cuma beli seblak. Gak apa-apa Jova, sepuasnya aku traktir di sini. Boleh nanti sore titip sama Mas aja.
If you
Bukannya beli
keep funding
sendiri Jova loh.
synchronous research, then this goes into mass production in 1 year. No, 6 months!
Mass production?
I know, hard to believe, but just let us show you!
No. That's not what I meant. It's just that the Black Shores isn't a mercenary group.
But it cuts through tacit discords like a hot knife through butter.
I've got this. Remove the safety, Lenny. Let's give it a test. Be careful.
Gak pegang duit. Nah, jangan dipegang, lupa disimpan.
Activate!
Aku juga gak pegang duit kok.
That vehicle.
Watch out!
Look at the camera.
Kok bisa-bisa take on?
Hold still. Gotcha.
Gak bisa terus.
Gotcha. Come on, get in the shot.
Udah nih. Tapi attack, bang, bisa ulti. Enggak, ini mah emang di itu di lock, sorry. Di bosnya. Tes absen dulu pada.
Are you all right?
Sorry, Professor. Mr. Alto, and club leader Lenny. I lost control. I'm really sorry.
Nana, please contact Dr. Luke to check on them. Are you all right, Lenny? Go get yourself patched up in the infirmary. I'll handle the rest.
I didn't expect it be operated solely through resonance.
I agree. And I'm not just blowing smoke, Lenny. Controlling delicate equipment through pure resonance is an ability only you synchronists possess. This technology has huge potential, especially if you, maybe lose the terrifying weapons?
But it's too late now.
It's never too late. I've been talking to new partners. there are many who still want to support us.
We are here to strive for the future of civilization. Startorch Academy will be the cradle for synchronists and the vanguard of our collective hope. That's what my admission letter said. That's what I believed. I knew I was signing up to be one of the Exostrider's 1,000 backup pilots, a spare part, an appendix to a civilization's appendix. And I never regretted it. Strive for the future of civilization?
Bagi aku YTK mau nyamar lagi? Enggak mau nyamar lagi kok. Coba bisa aja bilang nyamar lagi.
Professor, is it true that no one cares about us now that the Exostrider is gone?
No one care. The rider is gone. Ada yang peduli lagi? Salah satu pergi.
I care.
Bong hidungnya panjang, bong hidungnya mancung.
Professor!
Enggak ada yang maafin kok Pak.
I used to think this whole synchronous thing was just shuffling students from one class to another. But I get it now. These kids, they aren't fighting to keep their synchronous privileges. They're fighting to protect the synchronous mission.
This academy was a global initiative from the start. Nations and countless people invested in it. That's the bedrock of this place, and the bedrock of what it means to be a synchronist. That gives everyone a stake, even if they don't benefit from the synchronous program directly. They deserve to ask questions, and they deserve the chance to be won over.
Fair point. Besides, touching stories won't be enough to sway the review. Without the Exostrider, synchronous program is just a drain on the resources.
I don't think Lucille is the type to wager on sentiment alone. She's definitely holding her plans close to her chest.
Asking for our help while keeping secrets? Or is there some other explanation? Either way, ball's in your court, Rover. Our undercover auditor.
I'm sorry for the incidents today.
Please, don't be. It was a rewarding day. Those young synchronists left a great impression on me. Speaking of which, is Lenny gonna be all right?
She's fine. Dr. Luke is taking her to the infirmary. And at this hour, allow me to walk you to your room.
Oh, no need for that. Dr. Luke showed me the way earlier. Actually, you look like you're the one who could use a rest. Rover, why don't you walk the president back instead?
All right then. See you tomorrow morning.
I need to stop by the conference hall before heading back. Care to walk with me?
Sure.
Bokep sek ngajak jalan bareng.
When was the last time you slept?
Can't remember.
The last time you ate?
I did keep track of that. What's the weather like at the Black Shores?
It doesn't really change much.
And the food?
A bit better than what we get here.
Just a bit. My students who join the Black Shores barely write to me. Even when they do, they never mention their daily lives. If I do get a sudden call out of nowhere, it's just, "Professor, I have a question." Adorable little gremlins, all of them. As long as they're safe. That's what matters.
Maaf ya, barusan ada suara piring pecah.
So, when are you going to start?
Start what?
Fishing for intel? That Mr. Alto must have put you up to it, right?
We could have just cut to the chase.
Rover, would you let the Black Shores compromise its founding mission of fighting the Lament to get tangled up in superpower politics? Just for my sake? I asked myself yesterday if I really knew you. Turns out, I don't. And I kept going back and forth on what role you should play here. This situation isn't noble, isn't just. It's just businessmen and politicians squabbling over a slice of the pie. But I want this to be a collaboration between Star Torch and the Black Shores. Not because we're friends, but because it makes sense. I put you through this detour because I was afraid that if I asked you directly, you'd just say yes to helping me. So I wanted you to see it for yourself. Judge it with your own measures. That way, when you go back to your people, you can tell them if Lucilla is worth trusting, and if these synchronists are worth fighting for.
Rover, are you still with the President? Change of plans. The new Federation can't win. She was rallying support and moved the review up.
To win?
Tomorrow morning. Technically, that's in 3.5 hours.
Classic New Fed. They probably had a review panel parked outside Lahai for days, just waiting for the Black Shores to show.
How'd they win over the other member states and round up representatives so quickly?
Space Trek Collective budget bylaws. Because the new Fed is a permanent member and rotating chair, they only need half the members to abstain to control the outcome. They likely had this review rigged before it was even proposed.
Gear up, President Lucilla. We'll see how the review plays out and take it from there.
3.5 hours. That's plenty of time. Let's go.
Where to?
The second half of the tour. Are you upset?
About how you dragged me into your plan? Or the things you're still not telling me?
Udah jam segini
My
kereta sahabat.
Oh, sorry. Call it a teacher trying to keep on her mask? You're still my student on paper after all.
It sounds like you're saying I can just sit back and enjoy the show.
Bet that's not something you get to do every day, is it?
Ya, is it?
I didn't expect there to be a place like this beneath Rebel College.
Before Sundermere Base was built, this was a research facility for augmented resonance effects and void storm countermeasures. It's been decommissioned for years. The executive committee told me I could do whatever I wanted with the space. So I used my forte to do some light remodeling. Memories of my students that should exist only in my mind. Here, they become real. A tangible piece to display. We still have some time. If you're interested, feel free to look around.
You're using your forte to do all this? How long did it take you to create this?
However long it took, it was worth it. So the ones who stay don't just stay, and the ones who leave don't just leave. The exhibits we're looking for are here.
Huh? Behind the wall?
Don't forget, this is my memory palace. Naturally, memory locks require memory keys to unlock. Allow me to demonstrate. This fancy trick only works in this little domain of mine.
Gitu ya.
What is it?
This is the very reason I built this exhibition hall in the first place. Professor, do you trust me?
Lucilla? You spaced out there. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Just had a dream that only lasted a few seconds. Rather fascinating.
Maybe it's a good idea to rest before the review starts.
Don't worry, I promise you I'll crash the second this is over. But right now, we must bring these exhibits with us.
Will a few exhibits be enough to sway them? She usually knows exactly how to sell anything. So why does she look so hesitant now?
Thank you for your trust. I know you have 1,000 questions burning in your mind. How will she handle the new Fed? What's her plan for the Synchronist with the Exostrider gone? Forgive me for not having the answers just yet.
I know you'd never harm the students. That's the only answer I need.
Terrible timing for a compliment, Rover. Anyway, let's take these 2 exhibits and... See you soon, Professor.
Some kind of force pulled us down here. Do you know where we are?
If my memory serves, we're directly beneath the exhibition hall. This way.
A synchronous cockpit. Was this the prototype?
It looks the part, but this was actually our Plan B. Designed without safety limiters to get sync rates up quick. Lets a synchronist pilot the Exostrider by force. I know. It was meant as a last resort if civilization was staring down extinction. The project was terminated after the initial trials. The synchronists who volunteered, in the end, they lost their ability to resonate with the Exostrider ever again. What our students are facing now isn't new. I just hope I can do better by them this time.
Any idea how we find our way out of here?
With our eyes open, the key should be somewhere here. Excellent. You're catching on quickly.
What's happening?
Something rather unpleasant, I imagine.
Lucilla?
Fine, no more jokes. Honestly, anyone watching would think you're the one facing the board. There, I know the way out. Remember what I told you before entering the dark side? About the memories I erase periodically that can never be recovered? Some things I can't bear to remember, but I also can't bear to forget. So I store them here. Looks like some of them are tired of being locked up. Rover, look up. The exit is right above. We can use this key to leave, but I need your help to get there. Everything here is from my memory, but I know you are real. And wherever you are, that must be reality.
I understand. I'll be your reference point. But what about that girl? Are we just leaving her?
Rover, do you have any experience dealing with children? Tell me, what makes a child the most flustered when they're playing hide and seek?
I see.
Now come along. Let's treat this little escape as a warm-up for the review.
Mana aja bahannya kayaknya udah cukup. Terus ini nama story ke bulannya. Aku jadi baca di sini, Pi. Udah, Pi, kalau apa kalau gitu. Kali masih butuh gitu. Bisa
Welcome to
login
the
di HP kalau
Anti-Void
mau
Matter
butuh sekarang mah.
Materials Lab. It's where they first developed the materials for the Academy's anti-void canopy.
What's all of that in the center of the room?
The scrap of the day. Even the best recycling can only keep up with so much. Let's look around to see if there are any leads.
I have the photo. Now, where is the right spot projected?
Apa itu? Oh, ini nih. Oh, zamannya dia.
Time for class. Come on, get in the shot.
Is this artificial retroact rain?
Dear me, this is but a pale imitation. Among the synchronists who survived the experiments, there was one from Jinzhou. Once he realized he'd never resonate with the Exostrider, he returned home and joined the Ministry of Development's Defense Division. There, he and his colleagues worked together to develop Jinzhou's retroact rain defenses.
You're saying the shields against retroact rain and void storms share the same origin?
Not exactly. His approach didn't work on void storms at all, and it was discarded long ago. Before he left the Academy, The only things he asked to take with him were a few sheets of material buried under that pile of junk. I often wonder, was he just reluctant to let go of his design? Or had he already mapped out how to protect his hometown?
The girl who trapped us here, she must be trying to show us something through this memory.
Seems I've been getting schooled by my own students a lot lately. Let's go. It's time to move on to the next classroom.
Do you want to stop and take a rest?
Not even close. Let's pick up the pace.
What's wrong?
Stay where I can see you, Rover. We've wandered into an unpleasant memory. It's far too easy to get lost in here.
It doesn't look like there's a way to cross the barrier ahead.
I have an idea. Rover, just go with me on this, all right? Rover, can you step a little to the side?
Like this?
Perhaps a step forward. Maybe a step back.
Oh, tiba-tiba banget banyak tamu. Banyak kamu. Keluarga kah coba? Oh, kerabat.
All right, this is the last one. Let's see that handsome smile. Has anyone ever told you that you're not the most photogenic?
They have now.
No more teasing. This shot will have to suffice.
Lupa lagi itu barusan apa ya?
None shall whisper.
I'll have to pay for any property damage out of my own pocket, you know. So please try to be gentle with the facilities.
Clear as day. Your daughter isn't sick. She has awakened her fortune. It's a remarkably rare memory type. Congratulations. I'm certain she'll make an immense contribution to the new Federation.
My Lucy will never become a resident, sir. I don't want to be a resonator. Lucy!
Lucilla? Not good.
Tahu Pak sama Pak LT nyari Mas terus ngasih surat, terus teman-teman nyariin ngajak Nah, terus bilangin orangnya gak bisa main, udah ada janji ntar malam. Aduh, Julfa kasihan masmu itu direbut-rebut mulu dah. Sip. Orangnya gak kabur-kabur. Gak apa-apa, kalor. Kan dia udah capek kerja, jadi istirahat aja. Bayar-bayarnya juga sih, Jo. Bilang aja gitu. Kamu gak akan main, gak ada sendal gitu.
Are you still there, Lucilla?
Ya, atas sakit karena kecapean. Mana kalau sakit manja banget lagi. Kayak banget kayak gimana juga tuh?
Why aren't you answering?
What do you want me to say?
You could say okay, or I understand. This is the perfect moment. While our opponents are spread too thin, we take the reins. Just like the time you became president. Don't worry about the narrative. We'll play the villain. You just act tough, rope the independent auditor in, and we'll force another round of review. You fight hard. We express our concerns, and then we both take a step back.
Wah,
As
saran
long as
kalau
we
dia
ensure our
juga
control over the future of the
saran kok
synchronous program,
nunggu itu belum ada
nothing
juga.
else matters.
Saran nanti aku break dulu.
And what do you want from my students?
Simple. We both get what we want. They have talent, and we
Lupa
help them
15-16
achieve
aja
their
nih.
dreams.
Paling beda beberapa menit kan juga kita masih WIB juga kok. Masih WIB, bukan Wita atau Wit.
Their choice. Whose dreams are we really achieving?
It will be their choice, Lucilla. My Lucy, I won't speak of your past choices, but tell me, has there been a single choice that wasn't your own?
I still refuse.
There. Just like that. Act tough. Fight hard. and then we both take a step back at the review.
From the Academy to the Pioneer Association,
okay
then to the
sih.
Space Trick Collective, and now here. No wonder I was never cut out to be president.
Gapsek stres.
Watch out. That's
Depresi.
me from the dark side. I use this memory to trap her. When are you going to tell him, Professor Lucilla? President Lucilla, that you've already made a deal with the new Federation? Let's go. You think you can outrun yourself, Lucilla?
Before the meeting starts, I need you to take the time to fill me in on what's really happening.
Thank you. I promise I'd never let the new Federation lay a single finger on my students. But that's just her wishful thinking. A moth to the flame, daring the sky with wings of wax. Your students will die because of you. Let's leave this place, Rover.
You could have erased this memory. Why keep something so dangerous locked away?
Bentar. Ini mau digimana-gimanain mas ya? Ini.
To keep the sting fresh. A sharp reminder of the cost of slipping up if I ever get too comfortable in the Academy's peace. Let it go, Lucilla. Face what you know is reality. Once again, I found the courage to step into this room. Time flows here, silent and peaceful. The Academy is alive and thriving. We've come so much further than I ever dreamed. I wish you were here to see it. The accident report is indisputable. Cable insulation failure leading to flight control abnormality. The truth is simpler. I approved the plan. I killed her. I rescued wrestled with it for so long. What's a teacher supposed to do when a student dreams something so brilliantly insane? But she chose the sky. And I thought, at least let her have one chance to fall. Come on, get in the shot.
Is that Sundermere? Are we back before the Star Ward Riseway was even built?
Most of the students who lost their synchronous status in those force sync trials decided to return home. All but one. She told me it wasn't that she'd lost the Exostrider. The Exostrider had lost her. She said she designed a revolutionary transport method. A rocket piercing the sky. A way to bridge that sky and the Earth. This was the day she tested it. Her first crewed flight.
Then that wasn't a falling star. It was...
a spacecraft. Carrying the most brilliant student I've ever known.
Amiya to Sundermere Lookout. Professor, can you hear me?
Yes.
The weather couldn't be more perfect today. Oh, and I just saw a super huge Solaskin. I'll snap a picture for you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Professor? You don't sound like your usual self. Are those investors giving you a hard time again?
No, it's not that. I haven't slept much lately. I'm a little tired. That's all.
Professor, do you trust us?
Hey,
remember that old Huanglong saying? Know the way at dawn and, something something at dusk? Ugh, it went right out of my head.
I can't remember it either.
That's okay. I'll look it up and tell you the second the experiment is over. Talk to you soon.
From the way it fell, void matter must have pierced the shielding mid-flight. But if we'd reinforced the coating...
Lucilla ini ya sudah muda ya.
What kind of civilization do you think built the Exostrider? If they were that advanced, do you think they'd already defeated the Trinodians? Overcome the Lament? But before they reached the stars, they must have fallen too. Again and again. Go. Be our eyes. Walk with humanity. Please, give this to our teacher. Humanity's smallest step. And everything we had to give.
This isn't good.
Lucilla! Lucilla, wait! Lucilla, your emotions are affecting this domain. It's dangerous.
Staying here is the real danger. Oh, we have to leave. Almost there. As long as we keep moving upward, we'll find a way out.
So this is why you wouldn't tell me what your plan was. This way out you've been building for the Synchronists. It's just a dead end, isn't it?
I don't want the new Federation to lay their dirty hands on my students. But the more I think about it rationally, the more I realize I can't reject their offer. Because on what grounds can I propose a plan that might kill them?
I think I know why that girl trapped you here.
What?
You're terrified that your proposal will be their end. You're afraid because you know they'll support any plan you bring to the table. Because you're their teacher. Because no one in this world understands them the way you do.
Another lesson from my own student. Huh. See you later, Rover.
Lanjut lagi, lanjut lagi. Tuh, masih ada orang di sana kan?
I hope humanity can soar even higher.
I hope humanity can venture even farther.
I hope humanity can weather any storm.
Professor, what's your dream? My dream? My dream is simply to see all of yours come true.
Halo Bang, halo Paya, welcome to the stream Paya.
See you later, Professor. Let's go. Together this time. Memories take shape. I witness. I protect. I inscribe every edge. Look at the camera. Memories take shape.
Professor, can you hear me?
I hear you. Loud and clear.
The weather couldn't be more perfect today. Oh, and I just saw a super huge solaskin.
Yes, I see it too. You're right. It's absolutely huge.
Great. I thought you weren't gonna believe me. Right. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Was that girl another one of your students?
She is every memory I have of this academy. She is every one of my students.
We've come all this way, And I still don't know what your plan actually is.
That's okay. Everyone's about to find out.
Tired?
That was an excited yawn, Rover.
Rover, where are you and Lucilla? The other panelists have all taken their seats. The students, too. Can we really trust this plan of hers? Anyway, I'm leaving the speech to you.
If I...
Then we'll face it together.
Bang, gue izin dulu ya, lagi gak bisa lama-lama.
See you
Besok gue
later,
pergi.
Professor.
Aman. Kayak, makasih udah nyempetin mampir ke sini ya.
President Lucilla, I am Cameron, Permanent Secretary of the Space Trek Collective Board. By appointment of the board, and on behalf of the Investors Conference, I hereby convene this second special inquiry concerning the synchronous program of Star Torch Academy. Pursuant to Article 12 of the Space Trek Collective Charter, President Lucilla, you may now raise any procedural objections regarding the attendees, the agenda, or the draft of this session.
I would like to know the national composition of this review panel, Miss Cameron.
This panel consists of 10 members, all from the new Federation. 5 serve as special representatives, and of the remaining 4 permanent board members, 2 have abstained and delegated their voting rights to the Federation. Additionally, we have Mr. Alto, attending as independent auditor on behalf of the Black Shores.
Then, Ms. Cameron, I believe the current composition of this panel fails to comply with charter regulations governing review committees.
According to the regulations, any participant authorized by a board member shall be deemed to hold the same nationality as that member. The panel's composition is perfectly valid.
Pardon the interruption. If that's the case, then Rover, currently a student at Rebel College, can also be considered a panelist appointed by the Black Shores. Here's the paperwork.
Welcome, Rover.
I have no further questions, Ms. Cameron.
Then, per the agenda, I will now relay the investors' resolution following our previous inquiry. Given that the loss of the Exostrider constitutes a de facto failure of the program, our immediate priority is to establish a compensation plan for the affected assets and students. Furthermore, the board directs that the synchronous program must be terminated immediately.
My stance remains unchanged, Ms. Cameron. I intend to continue the program.
We require a justification.
Panelists, this is a theoretical prototype for a shield designed to counter retroact rain, created by one of our synchronists. This prototype significantly accelerated the development of Jinzhou's own defenses. It saved countless lives during the war against the Threnodian Overthrax. And yet, the material used in this prototype was originally nothing more than discarded scrap from one of the engineering department's experiments. It was only because its designer was a synchronist, educated in engineering, void matter, and even meteorology, that this material found a second life.
You seem to be arguing for the superiority of general education for the Synchronists, President Lucilla. However, general education isn't even included in the program's white paper. I fail to see a link between that and advancing the Synchronist program. The shield is an impressive surprise, but given the cost of gambling on such a slim probability, the cost effectiveness is simply too low.
Ms. Cameron, panelists, how exactly are we meant to measure the cost effectiveness of failure? As you can see, this shattered component comes from a failed experiment. One that was not even recorded in the Collective's official gazette. A synchronist gave her life as the price for validating her theory. 15 months later, this very component became the final piece for the construction of the Star Wars Riseway, the bridge between Lahaiwoi's Earth and the sky. Humanity does not always set out for the sake of victory, Ms. Camel. Our synchronists know from the day they enroll. No one knows when the Exostrider will awaken, and the odds that they'll be the one to pilot it are slim. Yet they come anyway. They march toward likely failure from the very start. So I ask you, can you truly say that such failure has no value? And how can we call that a failure of the Synchronists, when the Exostrider was the one who banished LF1 from our world?
Secretary Camero, the Black Shores representative requests the floor.
Proceed.
On the subject of unforeseen benefits from the program, we find ourselves in agreement with President Lucilla. This is a set of disclosable data we've just compiled. A significant proportion of current Black Shore members came from Star Torch Academy. These Bloom Bearers demonstrate exceptional capability, talent, and resolve, traits most prominent among the Synchronists. Furthermore, the Synchronists serve as role models for other students. I believe Rover is better suited to speak on that.
The Synchronist program is a search for a way out for our civilization. When we believed the Exostrider was the only route, then those fit to pilot it were the Synchronists. Now that the Exostrider is no longer a viable option, the ones fit to search for a new way out are still our Synchronists.
Yes, which is why I must disagree with evaluating the Synchronist program purely in terms of cost effectiveness. I urge investors to reconsider the criteria used to measure its value.
We require a discussion. This session is adjourned for 5 minutes.
Let them see your potential. Let them see your value. That is not enough.
President Lucilla, following the review panel's deliberation, we fully recognize the potential value of the Synchronists as an independent academic division, as well as their role model effect. However, as Rover stated, only those fit to shoulder the burden of finding a new way out deserve the title Synchronist. Therefore, we propose a compromise. Rebel College will be preserved, but all future training must be subject to the guidance and review of this panel. Let's both take a step back, shall we? President Lucilla.
This is it. The final fight, Lucilla. Take a deep breath. Keep your composure. And remember. Everything you regret. Everything that brings you joy. Everything you have lost. Everything you have witnessed. The answer you chase. The treasure you give everything to protect. No, that won't be necessary, Secretary Cameron. The Synchronists of today, they remain the closest thing this world has to a way out for our civilization. After our confrontation with Aleph 1, we recovered this audio recording from the interstellar probe Farwatcher.
It's nothing more than static.
Even so, it is the only legacy the pioneers of Solaris have left us. We are not alone, Secretary Cameron. Just as our ancestors took shelter in caves, just as Star Torch Academy was built in Lahairoi, just as humanity itself endures on Solaris, a brave soul took the first step to claim that future.
I fail to see what this has to do with the Synchronists.
Using Rebel College research, we can build vehicles driven entirely by augmented resonance. That means complete immunity to frequency interference. And the training our Synchronists undergo makes them the perfect pilots for these vessels.
But the Strider Gate has been sealed. Not to mention, whatever lies beyond can hardly be called a route.
Who said civilization's route to the future has to go down?
The stars.
President Lucilla, I'm sure you know, any instrument that nears the etheric sea.
I am well aware of that. However, by relying on augmented resonance effects, the Academy can overcome that barrier.
And if it fails, the cockpit becomes a coffin. Is that a chance you're willing to take?
This is our decision. If the answer lies beyond death, then that's where we go. Just wait and see. My brightest students will pierce the sky for all to see.
The car will be here soon. I could take it from here.
Thanks for everything, Alto. Really.
You! It was a long day. The kind you don't forget, though. Rover, can you pass a message to the president for me? After a speech like that, the outcome doesn't matter. Anyway, chillax. Everything's gonna be all right. Well, catch you at the Black Shores, my friend.
Yeah. Till next time.
Just look at this paragraph. It reads like you were hallucinating aloud.
The lenses convert the reactor drive light into storeable energy. The lenses convert the reactor drive's light into storeable energy. The lenses convert the reactor drive's light into storeable energy. During inspections, always check the lenses closest to you, just in case of an emergency. Convert the reactor drive's light into storeable energy. During inspections, always check the lenses closest to you, just in case of an
Stay away from my sink jack.
In Huanglang's usual dialect, this place's name means the bridge.
Professor, I admit there are a few errors in this code.
She is not here. She is likely still at the review hall.
Thank you. I'll look for her there.
I'm sorry.
What for?
If I had been more helpful, perhaps the outcome would have been more satisfying.
This was her battle. You and I have already done our best for her.
Go check on her.
Beres juga akhirnya.